What's up, y'all? So I'm back with this month's reptile room. It's been a while since my last video, so my collection has changed. I don't have all of the same animals as I used to. My chameleon unfortunately passed away. He fell ill. We took him to the vet and everything, and there was nothing we could do, unfortunately. My jellyfish also passed away after around a year, which is typical for moon jellies in captivity. But most of my animals have been relocated. I had to get rid of some. I still got animals, and now I have more time to make videos again and everything else. So yeah, I thought I'd just get right into this reptile room for August. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with the animals up here, and then I'll take you downstairs and you'll see the rest of my poison dart frogs and whatnot. So we'll actually get started with some poison dart frogs. These are my Epipetobates, Anthony I, whatever they are, San Isabels. We got 4 males in here in this tank. We no longer have the female, but we do have 4 calling males in here. There's one right there, actually. Super cool frogs. One thing to note about them is that they breed very fast, and they breed a lot. So if you are thinking of getting this specific species, they breed quickly. You'll notice that there is no water, nowhere to deposit tadpoles, but that's for a reason. These guys will breed a lot. When I was breeding them, it was actually really cool, because when I was breeding them, the males would carry several tadpoles on their backs, and it was super cool to watch, and it was really fun seeing them deposit the tadpoles. And the tadpoles, our water feature had algae and things in it, and the tadpoles just fed on the algae and they would grow in the tank, and it was really a cool thing to see. But they were breeding so much that we had to just cut down, and of course we don't have to worry about it anymore because we don't have the female. But so yeah, this is their tank. It's pretty cool. It was actually, I don't know the names of the plants, so if you ask me, I'm not I'm not gonna know. But we had to cut it. Like, I've had to trim this down so many times. But I also had to wipe down the tank because there was algae all over it. And I know a lot of people will worry about that when they see something like that in their tank. Like if they'll see like mushrooms or algae or what have you, they'll see it and they'll be like, oh my god, I need to clean it. Not necessarily. When this stuff grows, a lot of times it's a sign of a healthy environment, so you don't always need to worry about it. I mean, of course, clean your tanks. Dart frog tanks, you don't really need to clean because you can add springtails and isopods, which is in the soil of my tanks. And what it does is, those are little organisms that will break down all the decaying matter in your tank. So there's this guy right here. So it'll break down all the organic matter in your tanks. So if you have that, you don't really need to clean poison dart frog enclosures. But yeah, so this is my, once again, Epipetobates, Anthony I, San Isabel. Keep them obviously very humid, a lot of cover, lots of leaf litter, everything that poison dart frogs need. Poison dart, that's this is your basic poison dart frog setup right here, and then just this little, like, whatever it is. It's just like a little decorative piece in the middle there. That's not real wood, but yeah, that's real wood though. So, yep, that's them. Doing great. Eat all the time. So, super cool, super healthy frogs. They're also really fast if you're going to keep them too. They are really fast, and they're loud. So loud to the point where if I'm on the phone talking to somebody, they'll start calling and somebody will be like, hey, what is that screeching noise? And I'll be like, hey, yo, sorry, those are my poison dart frogs. So yeah, they are loud. And I know that turns some people off, but still really cool frogs. Right here, still got my fat white tree frog. Little homie in here. He's probably sleeping in this thing right here. I've had him since I was like 7 or 8, and he's doing great as usual. Still eating, obviously. Keep him at about 50% humidity. I have this light right here, which does warm this spot a bit, although I need to get another light for him to keep this spot warm. They do like to have a warm spot. I have a red bulb that is in use at the moment, but usually this spot gets warm enough to where he's okay. So, but yeah, this is Tank. I keep him at like room temperature, except for like one hot spot, and I keep him at around 50% humidity. He's more of a temperate frog. These guys come from Australia, I believe, or Indonesia, if you get the Indonesian white street frog. But I believe this is, I think this one actually is an Indonesian. So yeah, but super cool frog. I've had him forever, doing great as usual. Same sort of setup that I've had for a while. It's the same layout, so but yeah, he's doing great. He's happy, and yeah, so that's him. Moving on, I have my Savannah monitor right here. This is my first monitor, and there he is right there. This is my first monitor, so I'm excited. This is a temporary enclosure here, very, very temporary. I just set it up because I knew I was going to buy him small, and so yeah, there he is, just basking away. Eventually, the enclosure that I'm in the process of building right now is going to cover this whole wall, basically. It's going to be like at least 8 by 4 by 4 at the very least. So yeah, it's going to be sick. I'm excited. I'm probably going to move this rack like over here or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. But so yeah, there he is. He's super cool, really active. But you know, one thing, I can't really blame it on him, but he is really, really feisty, which kind of sucks. I mean, it's good because I know he's healthy. I mean, it's good, like he's not lethargic, obviously, so he's super defensive, super feisty, which is good and bad because, you know, now I need to tame him, because I do not want this 3, 4, 5 foot beast chomping at me and, you know, scratching me and whipping me every time I get near him. Don't really want that. But yeah, that's him. Doing really good. Oh, one thing I forgot, actually. The temperatures. So I'm keeping him at 60 to 70% humidity, and I am, this basking spot is around 115, 120 in the hottest spot. So you see he's basking on the side right there because he doesn't want to get that hot. So yeah, that's the basking spot for him. I do have a more powerful bulb that I will be using once I get the enclosure built, but so yeah, just wanted to touch up on that real quick. And then right here I got my Guyana pink toe in this like 15-gallon. I keep her pretty humid as well. There she is in her den. Kind of sucks though because she was just out, and of course she's gonna come back out or go back into her den when I bring out the camera, but whatever. There she is. She's super cool. She's pretty active too. She actually uses this whole tank, so that's pretty cool. Eats really well. Pretty cool animal. Yeah, I can't really get a good view of her since she webbed that entire corner, but you know, take my word for it. She's good looking. She's a nice, healthy animal. And then right here, I got, of course this guy just darts as soon as I bring out the camera, but I've got this Dendrobates tinctorius azuris. There it is right there. Super cool, really active. I just got him alone in this 10-gallon, looking to set up an 18-18-24 with multiple azuris, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, he's in here for now. Eats great, you know, obviously keep him extremely humid, room temperature. And yeah, he's always chilling. He's super active, eats great, and he's growing. We actually raised him from tadpole, and he's been solid. So yeah, this is basically my setup up here. I also have a bin of dubia roaches, trying to get this colony started. The colony's in its like infant stages here, so, but there's a good amount of roaches in here, so, yeah, you know. Alright, and so right here, I got 3 Phyllobates terribilis, unknown sex. I don't know what sex they are. We haven't tried to get them to breed or anything, so we haven't really heard any calling either. So, but I do know that the females of these species actually do call as well. So I'm not quite sure what they are, but there they are. They're chilling, eat good, super active. Really cool animals. In the wild, they're actually the most toxic of the poison dart frogs. So really beautiful, bold orange color. Pretty sick. And you can see our setup for them. They don't really climb very much, so there's not a lot of branches or anything, but we do have this, which they go on a little bit. The background is foam and then covered with some soil. And then we have this vine here that just grew and took it over, so it's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's them. Down here we have one Dendrobates tinctorius black sol. He's just chilling right there. I'm not sure if that's male or female. That actually might be male because I think I've heard calling from him before. Their calling sounds more of like a low vibrating sound. But yeah, here's his tank. It's pretty nice. I think it's like 29 gallons or so. We drilled some air holes down here for ventilation. And yeah, pretty sweet. There he is right there. Same background. Background's also made with foam. And yep. So that's that tank. Right here we have a breeding pair of Dendrobates leucomelis. That's the female up there. There's one of the males back there, and the other male is over there. I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, that's these guys. We've had these guys for a long time, and they're good breeders. We're just getting them back into it. She laid a clutch, although it was a bad clutch, but that's to be expected since it's been a while since she last laid. But they're super active. They eat well, and here's our overall setup right here. We got all kinds of plants. We have this mushroom ledge right here, which is magnetic, and we got a cork background. We added a foam sort of border to the cork, and we also have these little panels right here, which is they're natural panels. They're like made out of some like soil or bark or something like that, and we have stuff growing on them, so that's pretty sick. Forgot the name of the company that we bought these from. We did purchase these. We bought them from trying to remember the name of the company. Either way, yeah, there they are. Super cool frogs. I definitely recommend these as like a beginner species. They're pretty hardy compared to some other dart frogs, and they're readily available as well. But super cool. I like them a lot. And yeah, that's them. Last but not least, we have a tank of Oophagopumilio Bastimentos. We have a pair of 3 in here. 2 males, 1 female. One of them just scurried in the back there, but if I could get the camera to focus, there is one back there. Super cool frogs. One of these males actually is a wild caught, and he actually fell ill. He got this really weird illness where he became all black. It was really strange. It was some sort of skin infection or something, and he became all black. 2 of the other Bastimentos died. Not these ones, but 2 other ones that we had died because of it. And we isolated him for a long time. He was in quarantine. I'm still trying to find them. He was in quarantine for a very long time until we were able to, until we started to see it recede, and it eventually cleared up very much. So, and he was eating again, he was calling again, and everything else. So I still, to this day, don't really know what it was. I think it was some sort of fungal infection or something like that. Actually, we did talk to, it was Dr. Fry, I believe, and I believe we came to the conclusion that it was a fungal infection, although I don't quite remember, it was a while ago. But either way, he is finally healthy again. I'm not sure who that one is, but. And we also waited before introducing him into this tank as well with these 2 other healthy tank mates. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get them to breed as well. They don't breed right now because they do not have places to deposit the tadpoles, so they're not breeding as of now. But that's their setup. It's pretty cool. And yeah, dude. So that's basically my whole collection right now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section. If you guys want any certain videos, or you want me to put out a video on a certain topic or a certain animal, just let me know. And yep, that's basically it. Alright, thanks for watching.